We're here to unveil the 2022 Alliance for American Manufacturing Holiday Gift Guide, which you can find on our website, americanmanufacturing.org. Our great team has curated a lengthy list of products from all 50 states, as well as the District of Columbia and Puerto Rico, for a variety of holiday gifts that you could treat yourself to, buy for a loved one, a family member, or just browse around the year. And well beyond that, we have a general Made in America directory on our website that also offers a wide array of American-made products for your home, for your garden, for your pets, for your loved ones as well. Before I introduce the other speakers, I did want to talk a bit about some findings that Morning Consult polled on from voters about a week ago. And I have to say that the folks that were called for this probably were thrilled not to be answering questions about candidate preferences for a change, but they were asked about their holiday shopping preferences. And the findings really to us are unsurprising, but I think are worth mentioning because there's pretty staggering agreement across a wide array of demographics that this is important. 76% of those surveyed said that they would prefer to purchase Made in America for the holidays, 76%. 81% said that they would be even more likely to purchase American-made products for the holidays if they were more widely available from online and bricks and mortar retailers. But unfortunately, only 14% of those surveyed said they see a lot of American-made products when they're shopping, which gives us a reason as to why there isn't more uptake on this. When you ask consumers why they want to buy more American-made products at the holidays and around the year, they say it's good for our economy. They also say it's good for creating American jobs. And I think that is worth noting as well. And from a policy perspective, 79%, so nearly 8 in 10 Americans say that they would love to see a legislation passed that would provide country of origin labeling online, which happens to be one of Senator Baldwin's priorities, along with a bipartisan set of her colleagues. And so I want to say this because we're entering a phase of divided government here, is that this is an issue that really unites voters across the spectrum, across geographically, demographically, and from a partisan perspective as well. And so I think that one thing that I would love to relay to some of the senator's colleagues is that a winning theme on the campaign trail this year was making more stuff here in the United States. I'm paraphrasing Senator-elect Fetterman here, but he rode that to success. I think that we've seen some successes in policy so far that have been bipartisan on semiconductors, and on infrastructure and requiring American-made materials, and that we can build upon to have future success as well. And if the last couple of years have taught us anything, it's about the importance of localization and about supporting workers and businesses who are making the things that supply our country in a time of crisis, as well as around the clock as well. And so for consumers, for retailers, for policymakers, there are all takeaways here that we can leave with, and that's to change the policy for retailers, to label online, and to provide more options, and for consumers to take a look at this list or wherever you shop and find those American-made options. I promise you will find a gift that you will love, and you will create a job in the process as well. And so with that, I'd like to turn the podium over to Roxanne Brown. She is an International Vice President of the United Steelworkers Union. She's a friend. She's an advocate. She led a steelworkers effort to draw attention to the important role that working people play in supplying America for our critical needs. And I know that she'll have some insightful things for us to consider. Rox, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Scott, and so great to be here. And as Scott said, my name is Roxanne Brown, and I'm International Vice President at Large for the United Steelworkers, and just a really proud partner with the Alliance for American Manufacturing. And I just have to say that today for us is really kind of a celebration of not just American manufacturing and the innovation and creativity of American manufacturing, but also a celebration of American workers, right? And the workers whose products they make every single day across this country are on this holiday gift guide. And so I thank the Alliance for American Manufacturing for doing this every year to really celebrate what is possible and what is done every single day across this country and what is not novel. American industry is second to none. The products that are made here are second to none. And the people who are making these products, whether it's big companies or small independent companies, are doing amazing things. And it's something that we should all be so proud of. And for our union, I think a lot of people hear steelworkers and they only think steel. And the products that our members make every single day literally touch every aspect of the economy. And it's something that we're so proud of. And I will tell you personally, my family is tired of me pointing out all of the products that steelworker members make. And they're tired of me sending them this gift guide every year. But guess what? It sticks. Because now, when my mom goes to buy tires for her vehicle, she calls, Rox, you guys make Goodyear tires, right? And she buys those tires. Now, which I didn't know until today, so, we make so many things we don't always know. We make chapstick. That will be in everyone's stocking this Christmas, okay? And so, this is a celebration of not just the American workforce, but really the steelworker membership. And, there are some items on this list, like the chapstick, like the Cutco knives that are made by steelworker members. I don't know if the all-clad pans are on this list, but that's also made by steelworker members. Bullet bourbon, for those of you who enjoy a cocktail, is also made and managed by steelworker members in Kentucky and is also a great stocking stuffer. And, all of these products that are made and that are shipped and moved across our economy and really across the global economy are also made in boxes that are also packaged in boxes that are made by steelworker members. And so some of those made in the great state of Wisconsin. And so, it really is a celebration of the entire circle of production that happens, and something that we want to see more of. And I got to say, one of the things that I was so struck by in this poll is just how broad the support for buying American-made products is across demographics. The two largest groups in this poll were millennials and boomers. So the whole notion of wanting to buy American is not nostalgia from a group of boomers who, I remember when we made things here. Millennials want to buy American. I'm a Gen Xer, proud Gen Xer. I want to buy American. The other thing that was really interesting was, from conservatives, to liberals, to moderates, there was such support in this poll for buying American. So this is not a partisan issue. And the senator, I'm sure will talk about this. This is something that we can all agree upon is good for the economy, good for our manufacturing sectors, good for communities, because the work that's done at these facilities, the products that are made, the people who work there generate a critical tax base for communities all across this country. So this doesn't just feel good, It is good for America, it is good for American communities, and it is good for American workers. And our union can't be more proud, Scott, to join AAM today in the release of this report. And thank you for doing this again this year. Thank you for giving me another cudgel for my family. Buy this. Really appreciate it. And with that, it gives me great honor to introduce Megan Hassey, who is a former Steelworker member and now field coordinator for AAM in Wisconsin. Megan.
Hi everyone, I'm Megan Hassey and I'm a field coordinator with the Alliance for American Manufacturing, and I'm a proud Wisconsinite and I'm happy to be here today to introduce my senator, Tammy Baldwin. Senator Baldwin is a very strong advocate for American manufacturing and especially Wisconsin manufacturers and the workers. She's always been great on all of our issues, and so I'm so honored to introduce her today. I'm also want to thank you for all your work on the country of origin labeling for products sold online. That's so important, and I just want to thank you. I'm so honored to introduce you today.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Well, I appreciate the introduction, Megan, and want to thank the Alliance for American Manufacturing for gathering us together here today to discuss one of my favorite topics, Made in America. So Made in America is something that I have long worked on because in my home state of Wisconsin, we have such a proud history of making things. From Nina Foundry to Wrought Washer Manufacturing in Milwaukee to all the other companies that are making the gifts that we have here today, we have a very rich tradition. I would be remiss if I did not say that the Wisconsin manufactured shot glass really hits an intersection point of Wisconsin culture. We have brewing and distilleries and manufacturing. So well done, well done. In Wisconsin and in America at large, we make things and we do it well. And when we don't make things here, not only are we missing out on the good paying jobs, union jobs, but we're also putting ourselves at risk. The pandemic unfortunately exposed the risks of housing our supply chains abroad and not manufacturing things ourselves. It impacted our health, our economy, and Americans' pocketbooks. When we make things here at home, we support American workers and businesses and create stable local economies. And we help bring down costs for consumers. After years of neglect in investing in our Made in America economy, I'm proud that we have been finally changing course. For example, in our recent bipartisan infrastructure bill, I was proud to help ensure that when we fix our roads and bridges and replace our pipes or get folks connected to broadband, that we're creating American jobs by requiring the use of American-made products. This will certainly be putting our steelworker friends to work. I was excited to work on this because for me it's simple. When we're spending American tax dollars, we need to be using American-made products and supporting American businesses and hiring American workers. But as your most recent poll shows, Americans agree even when they're spending their own money. So I was thrilled to see that more than 75% of Americans say that they would prefer to buy American-made gifts this holiday season. But sometimes it's a little tricky to know where something is actually made. You know, when you walk into a brick and mortar store, you can easily pull down the collar of a shirt and turn over a vase and look at the country of origin, where the product was made. But as more of us shop online, we are not always able to tell where the products that we are buying come from. I remember one purchase I made and was very surprised to see the product was not made in the United States. My legislation, the Cool Online Act, you can take that however you want, but the Country of Origin Labeling Online Act passed the Senate last year as part of the competitiveness legislation. And I'm really hoping that we'll be able to ultimately get it over the finish line before the end of this year. Americans really do have a right to know where the products they buy are being made, whether they're being made right here in America by American workers or not. So I appreciate all of the efforts of the Alliance of Manufacturing, your steadfast support for boosting domestic manufacturing, and I'm proud to partner with all of you. So thanks for having me here, and let's get out our pocketbooks for our holiday shopping.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you, Roxanne. Thank you, Megan. And thanks all of you for tuning in for the unveiling of our Made in America holiday guide, our poll on Made in America preferences, and our push for country of origin labeling online legislation.